The Editanians of Saguntum are remembered predominantly for one thing, and that is the siege and sacking of Saguntum by Hannibal in 219 BC, which triggered the Second Punic War. But what if we could change the Editanians' fortunes and make them into a powerful trading nation in the west of the Mediterranean? Well, that's what we tried to do today, taking on Rome and Carthage in the process, in a campaign that ends up being so tough and brutal that it very nearly finally breaks me. So strap in, like and subscribe, and get ready for a wild ride of easy highs and horrendous lows. Can I brave the storm, or do I break? Well, stay tuned to find out. And here we are with another voyage back into A, guys, with Arseka. Arseka is a small tribal nation here on the coast of Iberia, with the greatest city known to man, the great city of Ars. They start pretty small and weak as a settled tribe with heritage of the two cities, which actually is pretty decent for that commerce income. They are of course Iberic religion, and their culture is Editanian, which honestly is a bit of a mishmash. And let me address the elephant in the room, and when I mean the elephant, I mean myself. Yes, I have shaved my beard off, and I know I look like that slug out of Monsters Inc. Roz, so you can get your jokes out of the way in the comments now, guys. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. But here we are, Arseka, guys, and I honestly don't know a huge amount about ancient Iberia, so this is going to be interesting for me as well. On the eastern coast of Iberia lays Ars. Known as Saguntum by the Romans, Editanians flocked to the Massalian harbour of Saguntium on the Levantine coast to sell their wares, moving en masse to a series of hills overlooking the trade post. There they established a city that they called Ars. The Editanian settlement started to grow, trading with goods coming from the hinterlands of Iberian Peninsula, and as well as those of their own manufacture. Good relations with the Greeks of Massalia, Hemeresco-Pion and Emporion created a fluent stream of cultural and economic exchanges. The composite city of Ars is divided into two cores. First comes the city itself, surrounded by sturdy walls, protecting the main government buildings of the state. Outside lays the port called Saguntium, and where the majority of the Greek merchants live. A port of Saguntium sees ships docking from different places, and Ars's walls protect its peoples from external threats. Arseka has the honour of being the first Iberian city to issue her own coins. Time will tell if Arseka will keep growing or perish under a stronger enemy. Just to remember to be wary of if a chap named Hannibal appears before your gates. Very good advice there, I've got to say. And of course we will try to avoid being the trigger point for a large Punic War, because that trigger point in real life ended up with Saguntum or Ars being sacked. So guys, let's start our mission, our second ascendance over here, and it is a very nice mission tree. It's got a lot of playing tall sort of missions in here, so it's going to be interesting to do this and see what we can do in terms of getting our nation nice and tall, because as you can see, like, it doesn't require a huge amount of expansion in here. So today it's going to be more chill. It's going to be about building up our nation. So first things first, let's convene the council, and ambassadors will be sent to Editania in an attempt to negotiate for the unification of our nation. Let's hope they don't take too long. Now, honestly, because our missions very much require us to build tall, let's go with a few of these missions down here. That's going to help us out with our pretty pitiful income at the start. And for our ideas, guys, we're going to go for corruption and morale of armies. Well then, guys, without much to do, let us press play and see what happens. I think in terms of our allies, we want people who are slightly further away from us, so they're not going to get too angry. You know, people that can actually come to us as well. They need to be able to get to us. So I think we'll go for them and them. Too many diplomatic relations now, but honestly, that's fine. And it looks like Editania is creating a few issues. So yeah, let's go with a diplomat to them. And there we go, we can now make them a feudatory as well, even though we've taken most of their land. That is fine. That is maybe a little bit too many diplomatic relations, though. But I do know that that can go differently depending on your RNG, because when I've done this in the past, they've just capitulated and just given us all their land straight away. Interestingly enough, we do actually start with a couple of things that are giving us centralization. So honestly, what I'm thinking of doing is going encourage syncretism, because it is a very good tech. I know it's going to reduce the amount of centralization we get, but we're still getting a lot. So that is a nice little bit of unintegrated culture group happiness. Well, there we go. Convening the council is done. So now let's claim the Heartland. And this basically gives us a claim on the Contestani over there. I don't know whether we're going to have enough to beat them, but let's see. I mean, they've got one ally. We've got 2 allies, obviously, but it might take them a little while to get to us. That is the only issue. Interestingly enough, we actually do have Massalian integrated as a culture. I think that's quite cool, honestly. That's very cool indeed. And honestly, I think we do risk it. We've got enough money to get a mercenary company if we need to. So yeah, honestly, I think we just go for it and see if we can take this land. It isn't our culture, I believe. All these culture groups are so small over here. They're all so sort of unique and small. So that's a bit annoying, but it'll be fine. They're close to our culture anyway. And damn, look at them go. They've got quite a few troops. So yeah, we need to wait until the cavalry arrive, boys. Well, the cavalry has well and truly arrived, but it looks like they don't want to join us in battle. They'd prefer just to siege everything down. Interesting strategies, my friends, but that is an opportunity for us. If they're going to do that, this is going to be very, very close, so let's see what happens. Well, there we go. Looks like we are winning this, probably due to a superior number of heavy cavalry. There we go. We've stopped them sieging down our capital, so let's get on with it. Nice. God damn, the AI sometimes can be a little bit silly, can't they? They had this siege at 55%, and now they've walked off it. Great. Well, there we go, finally. This actually took quite a few years, 3 years to do this war, so it was a little bit longer than I hoped for, but that is definitely worth it. Let's go, boys. And suddenly, the name of Arseka is relatively large on the map. I think what we'll do next is we'll summon a war council and then see where we want to go. Obviously, the coast is just way better for us. And we do, of course, have Massalian as integrated. So let's see what the options are. Well, I think we'll go for Illa Vaconia, even though it's not great for the loyalty of some of our guys, but that's fine. And I forgot to say what the goal is for today, guys. And it basically is to set up a nice advanced Iberic kingdom in Iberia. Basically one that could take on Carthage and beat it. But whether we actually fight Carthage or not, I don't know. Depends on how well they actually do, because sometimes they can do pretty badly, can't they? Well, we've managed to make a new guy our high priest, meeting these requirements for Sanctuary of Arcus. Ironically, he's not even our religion. He's Canaanite, so I don't know how that works. But oh well, we now get a city with a great temple in Arcus, which honestly is fantastic for this stage in a tribal game. Wow, and this guy gets 2 extra zeal? Awesome. Well, there we go. Arcus now becomes a city with a great temple. Very nice. That is our second city, I believe. Awesome. Well, let's continue our attack over here. We're going to bring in Vasconia because Turdolia won't come in. So let's continue our expansion. Should be nice and quick. And wow, this Sanctuary of Arcus keeps on giving, my friends. 5 stability and 15 popularity, all for 17 gold. That's it. Very nice indeed. I didn't even realize it, but these guys are already in war and losing. But we'll put that down in the history books as a great tactical move, shall we? And the good events just don't stop, my friends, because I think this guy's honest, or whether it's just a scripted event, I don't know. But basically, we're giving a tax holiday to everyone, making our guy generous, and also giving stability and popularity. This guy is very popular indeed. Well, Hemeresco Pion is actually fighting a war over this land right now. So what I'm thinking of doing is jumping on them while they've only got the 2k troops out. And hopefully bringing Vasconia into this war. We're just using them, really. And we can't actually jump on them because I don't actually have a claim on their territory. So let's get one. You know what? We will actually just peace out of this war first and then disband our troops. And hopefully we might have slightly more next war. Yes, we will. Good. Good, good, good. Well, I've got to say, we have a beautiful map colour, don't we? Very nice. And culture-wise, as you can see, Contestanian is the largest culture in our lands right now. So, yeah, we're not going to integrate them. We are going to found a colony, however. That might make them a little bit upset. 13% culture happiness isn't great, but that's really going to help out with the conversions down here. Obviously, the good thing is we don't need to convert their religion, so that is one thing going for us. Ah, and we've got a third city. Awesome. Well, here we go, guys. We are carrying on up the road, and it might seem a bit obscene, this amount of war at the start, and just gobbling up as much land as possible, because it is quite a lot of land. But you got to remember that this land is very low pops, so it's very low aggressive expansion. We're not taking too much risk by taking it all. And honestly, you have to if you are in this situation. Like, we aren't going to grow our population organically very quickly for quite a while. So you do just have to gobble up loads of land. Otherwise, we'll just be left behind and Iberia will be dominated by like 2 or 3 massive powers, which we won't be able to beat. Well, there we go. Nice and easy war. We literally fought one battle against a battered army. We're going to imprison the leaders this time so that we can get some money from them. And I think we just carry on up the way. So even these provinces over here that are 100% Contestanian are more than happy at the moment. Like, we really don't need to worry about any of that sort of thing. So, yeah, we will bring our allies into every war just in case. You never know what's going to happen. And damn, Emporion is rich enough to get a load of mercenaries. So, that puts a little bit out of my mind about attacking Hemeresco Pion, because these guys are in a defensive alliance. And honestly, I don't think we can beat a big Greek mercenary horde with 5 heavy infantry, 5 spearmen, and 2 heavy cavalry. That's honestly an insane levy for us to fight right now with all our light infantry. Well, there we go. We can't take this because Emporion already occupies it. So there we go. More coast for us, guys. We've grown by another city as well, so things are looking relatively good right now. But now we just basically need to decide how we're going to take on Emporion and Hemeresco Pion, because yeah, these guys are our culture as well, or a culture that is integrated by us, so this will be great land to take. Well, I'm honestly wondering if we just go for it, guys, because they've got rid of this this mercenary company over here. They don't have that anymore. So I think if we just plonk on Emporion here, take that quickly, we might be good. And we've got money in the bank if we need a mercenary company. So, or do we? Yeah, let's attack them first. Hopefully we do win this because they've not got much. Yes, okay. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's go. So this is a little bit risky, of course, because we're basically just letting Hemeresco Pion do what they want. But looks like they're not going to siege down Ars. They're going to siege down Elotana instead. I think we need to change our deity here because we can't actually take Heracles right now, and I'm assuming that's because we've got no Hellenic provinces at all, so I don't actually know the reason 100%, guys. Temple of Akragas. Akragas is in Syracuse, yeah. So let's go for this one. 15 stability loss on that isn't great, but we'll get it back rather quickly. Well, if we really want to push our luck, we could go for Massalia. And of course, these are pops that we do want. So it is risky, but we're going to have a little go. Well, there we go. We can peace out Emporion. Awesome. Well, if that is all Massalia can muster, that's plenty good for us. Well, there we go. Massalia is gone as well, guys. That's awesome. Whether we keep hold of all this land up here, I have no idea, but it's extra cities, isn't it? And these guys are all Massalian, so hopefully we'll be able to stabilize things up here. Finally, we had to raise our troops up here, basically, so that we could begin to siege this down. Yeah, it's It's going to be interesting. Well, guys, our first military tradition, and honestly, the Iberian ones are pretty darn good for us. However, we do need these pops from the second one in the Celt-Iberian, so we are just going to go for this, and then we'll move across to Iberian. We should also probably study their ways of war when we get chance, when we've got 40 stability and 40 military experience, so that we can do Greek ones if we so wish. And finally, the Greeks are sort of not wiped out from this area because, of course, we accept them as people, but as nations, they have joined the glorious nation of Arseka. Well then, let's chill out, let's try and stabilize our nation somewhat, try and make some money, and now let's have a look at our missions and see if we can do a few of these missions, because yeah, we can do this shipyard one, but I want to do this when we have enough to build quite a big fleet of 40 ships. Well, I've deleted the forts up here, guys, because if they're going to rebel, which it looks likely that they will, I'd rather use that money than them use that as a fort against me. So let's do that, and now let's get 40 ships. And we got an innovation from an event, guys, so I think we go towards centralized production because I know we need that for one of our missions. Well, there goes the 40 ships, guys, and I think we need to get some better allies, honestly, so I am going to improve with Rome. Whether that makes them happy enough for an alliance, I don't know. It says competing power here, but we may look big on the map, but we really are still very, very weak. We're only making 4 gold, and that, of course, is with fleet maintenance and fort maintenance turned right down. So, yeah. It's tough. We need to centralize and become a kingdom, really, but obviously we can't do that mission set while we're doing our Arseken Ascendant. So I'm hoping in here that we do get the ability to switch into, you know, a proper nation at some point. Let's also do the oopsies with all our stolen people that we've taken from all these lands. Well, there we go. 8 tyranny for that and quite a bit of gold, so definitely worth it. Finally, the Editani are gone. That's great for us. Well, there we go. Built a port in Saguntum, so let's go expanding Saguntium over here. Hopefully this gives us some nice bonuses or some money or something, because damn, we need money for all of this stuff. We need money and influence, and money is very hard to come by right now. And that is even with all of these trade deals going on, boys. Well, there we go. Ars gets a permanent bonus of local tax, ship recruitment speed, and ship starting experience. Awesome. Very nice indeed. Let's now go water power as well, because we've got those 40 ships. Well, I think our allies have done a great job in helping us, but yeah, we probably don't need these allies anymore. That should bring us closer to an alliance with Rome. If we can just tip a little bit happier, like I'm willing to spend 50. It's at -11. That's so close. Well, here we go, guys. We can now do business buyout, which will start an event chain which culminates in the purchase of a fleet off the coast of Ars. Honestly, I don't want another fleet. Like, I need money. Give me money somewhere in here. Like, there's so much to build in here, like, without any basis to build it in terms of money. Like, we're just stuck waiting for months to tick by. That's why I've reloaded the game, because if I press spacebar now, you can see how quick it goes. So that is a little tip for you guys. If you notice the game going slow, literally just reload it and it'll go a lot faster for a while until it goes slow again, and then reload again. Well, there goes centralized production, so now we can build the foundry for later on. And man, I don't think we're going to be able to do this with the Romans unless something drastically changes here. Maybe our aggressive expansion goes down. That is a -59, so maybe we just wait for that to get to 0. Well, here we go. Here are the options for our business buyout, which I hasten to add we've already paid 150 gold for. So this is on top of the 150 gold that we've paid. We can get some, like, good ships, like Hexeres and Octeres, but honestly, we don't need good ships. Like, we've got loads of ships anyway. So that's why we just went for the cheap option. Advances-wise now, guys, I think we're just going to get liturgies because we need the money. And then we'll go down towards gradual economic integration. Well, I don't know how we've done it, guys, but we have done it. We've built an aqueduct and a forum in Ars, in Saguntum. So, yes, let's get this. 2 extra citizen pops of our culture and religion, and 2 freeman pops. We need those pops. Loads of population growth, civilization level, and freeman happiness. Awesome. I found Ars, a city of wood. Let me try that again. I found Ars, a city of wood, and left it a city of rock-hard stone. And damn, Rome just flipped literally as I was looking at it then. I have no idea why. Oh, they've got 50 opinion of us now because of our aggressive expansion ticking down. Awesome. Roman trading ties, my friends. We get some Hellenic Roman freemans in Ars, and we lose 50 gold, and then all Latin nations with 50 plus opinion of us will revive a further increase in opinion. So maybe this, 50 opinion with Rome. Oh, look at that. Very nice. The only thing I am worried about though, guys, is the fact that they might get too big and become a great power. And then, yeah, we won't be able to be allies with them anymore, but maybe they'll guarantee us. Well, that means we don't need to worry about aggressive expansion too much anymore. So, let's kill a pig. Oh, no, we need to get to 100 influence. I think we do expand then, but I want to expand in areas with my culture group, if possible. So, these guys down here. Maybe Gymnasia, because we do actually need that for a mission. And maybe Corsica. Nice trading options all around. Ideally, I just want more cities, really. And literally more stuff coming from Arcus, which is just amazing. Thank you, Arcus. You have been our saving grace this whole time. Well then, Gymnasia looks like a good one. They can also bring Longonencia into this, which, yeah, isn't a city at all, but that's fine. I think I just want to take the Balearic Isles. We'll bring Rome in just in case to keep that alliance nice and flowing, and let's get into them. Well, there we go. We've taken the Balearic Isles. Hopefully they'll let us take it. They will. I'm not really bothered about Corsica and this in Sardinia because we're gonna not be able to hold it very well, are we, guys? So yeah, we'll take that. Very nice. That's another city for us over here as well. Awesome. Well, damn, that is a little bit annoying. I was going to declare war on Vacontia, basically because I just want to, you know, connect all my land together so we don't need to use ships all the time. So, yeah, interesting. Do we still go for it? Looks like they are taking pieces of land. But, yeah, I think we go for it. Get Rome's help. And then hopefully we can be quick enough to grab some of it at least. Well, there we go. Taurinia actually just pieced out. The Romans are over here fighting Dalmatia. So they're not a huge amount of help in these wars right now. But I'm hoping they'll just send over a little couple of troops if they can. Because we are going to go straight for Vacontia. So this is going to be interesting, guys. I don't want any of the land up here. I just want probably this province and this province, and that is it. Well, that is all I want. 22 war score, minus 18 away, so hopefully it's not too long before they accept. Well, Taurinia actually has a lot of troops, and the Romans, they're a bit stuck over here because Veneto is blocking them off. Oh, man. Come on, Romans. Please. Please, don't be so silly, my friends. Well, we managed to get them to medium, but it's -1. -1. And we're going to lose this battle, no doubt. Oh, no. Oh, but they'll now accept. Amazing. Let's go, guys. Just wanted that so that we can, of course, combine our lands. Now, they obviously are not going to be very happy, but nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Well, apparently our alliance did break with the Romans, but I've put it back up. I did change the message settings so that it'll pause the game when someone calls us to arms. Hopefully, but yeah, I don't know whether it did that or not because I might have been spamming the spacebar, as you usually do in a Paradox game. Well, we've got a good opportunity here. Let's take this little piece of land. They've lost a couple of their alliances, so yeah, we are going to jump on that. If I can grab the troops. Well, there we go, guys. Connecting our land up. Awesome. Nice. Now let's give our troops a well-earned rest so that we can build up our nation a little bit because although we look big, we truly are not that big, guys. 525 pops. Let's compare that to, like, say, just Latium, the province itself. Yeah. It's got like more than 250, so half of our population just in one province in Italia. So yeah, we really do need to start building up our nation. Let's now go for pillage and plunder to get those tribesmen. Very nice. Well, finally, we can build a holy site in Arcus, and I believe it has to be Aquilu. So let's do that. It's not the one I would choose if I wanted to choose one, but we do need to do that one for our missions. So, yeah, Aquilu's Haven there. Awesome. And then we get this Aquilu's Blessing, which is population capacity, local population happiness, and food. That's pretty good. Praise Aquilu. It becomes a city. It already was a city, so, yeah, that's not as important. Let's now do Seizing Sacred Salika over here, which is something that we already have done. It gives us some claims, but I believe we've already got all of them. Oh, we haven't got this little bit of the claim, but that's fine. Well, there we go. Local population happiness for all our holy sites. That's really, really good, actually. And now we can do Pantheic Harmony as well, which conversion speed minus 5%. It's not the worst modifier in the world, but it's obviously not great for us. But national citizen output is amazing. So, yeah. Let's take it. Well, there we go. We've officially made Tolerance a tribal tenant for us. So, yeah, pretty good. And bro, Rome is losing this war and letting us get occupied over here. So, it's literally against these two guys. That's it. Come on, Rome. You're better than this. Trust me. You're better than this. Well, here we go. We can now do Temple Diplomacy, guys, which is a lengthy event chain. Our ruler will tour the east and eventually decide whether or not Arseka's faith should switch to Hellenic. I don't know. We'll see what the bonuses are for doing that. But, yeah, let's see. And we're actually going to Rome, to the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus. Awesome. And I would read these events, guys, but there's so many of them, and they're so long. So if you want to read them, I will just scroll through them slowly. But the will of the gods is no trifling thing. And it looks like we had a great time with big Lucius, the consul of Rome over here. Awesome. So long, and thanks for all the fish, Lucius. Thank you very much for the fish. And now I believe we're in Olympia, so train me up. And we can become a gladiator. Interesting. +1 martial for that, but why would we donate to them? No, we're just gonna become a gladiator. And here we go. We marvel at the statue of Zeus at Olympia. I mean, who wouldn't marvel at such a statue? But yes, let us embark. And now we're in Athens, guys. Record every detail of the Parthenon, yes. And we can become cultured or just get 50 gold. I mean, this guy is 61, so yeah, I think we're just going to take the gold. And now we've seen the Academy of Plato and all that sort of thing, but farewell, Athens. Well, I was going to go for gradual economic integration here, guys, but I think instead we're going to go for Petition of the Minorities because, yeah, we do need to build some cities. Upon returning to his beloved Ars. Very good. Homecoming delights. I think we're glad to be home, basically. Thoughts? And we're having a big discussion about whether to become Hellenic or not, so let's hear the other side. And this guy is a raving zealot, but of course, that's not necessarily a bad thing in the ancient world. Well, now, is it Hellenic or not? So, basically, we can go Hellenic. But it's literally only 10 years of pop conversion speed and cost to change Pantheon deity. Honestly, I don't see the benefit of that at all. Like, the Romans haven't even gone Hellenic. They have stayed Italic, so it really doesn't help us out with that. There's no one that's really Hellenic around here apart from the old Massalian cities. So as much as the flavor is very interesting, guys, I just don't see how it helps us in any way. So yeah, I'm sorry, but we are remaining strong in our Iberian belief. Let's go. Well, now we can do Punic weakness as well, guys, because they're in a big revolt. They're at war with someone with 40 territories, which, of course, is their revolt. So let's do this. Let's see what happens. And here we have the Cyrenaican Nobody War. It has come to our attention that the Carthaginians, the Thessalostratic hegemon of the Western Mediterranean, has come into conflict with the nascent power of Cyrenaica, a fledgling but successful state in Cyrenaica. Oh, they are actually quite big as well in this game. So basically, we're going to sell them some ships, yeah. Take my ships. I don't need all of these ships. And of course they bought them, so that's some extra money for us. Well, it seems that the game wants us to embrace Hellenism anyway. This guy is going around converting people. Great. And Rome is just on the classic warpath right now. They are fighting in so many wars, but making a hash of quite a few of them. And finally, you might have noticed that the capital imports notification was up here for a while. That's because I was fishing to try and import wood. Apparently, not many people wanted to export their wood to us, but no one wanted to export their wood to us. So, yeah, we are doing quayside investments over here. So that's an event chain wherein keys will be constructed in some coastal territories, granting powerful bonuses to local commerce. Yes, please, more money. And literally, it still wants us to convert to Hellenism. Let's see what happens if we invite him to dinner. God damn, this aggressive expansion is just never going to tick down if we're constantly in war with Rome. Revelations and reflection. Intrigued by the growing popularity of the Hellenic faith within Arseka, Arseken servants orchestrate a discreet invitation to Antimarchos for an opulent and intimate dinner to take place at his residence. The ruler, mindful of the power of symbols, ensures that all attendants at this grand dinner are Massalians, clearly intending to send a subtle yet pointed message to Antimarchos Heraclides. As Antimarchos steps into the room, a hushed sense of reverence accompanies him. The Massalian priest, keenly aware of the importance of this discourse expresses gratitude for the rare opportunity to share his unique insights. Their discussion unfolds amidst the sumptuous surroundings, the flickering light of ornate candles casting shadows upon the faces of those gathered. Antimarchos, with eloquence and charisma, passionately presents a perspective that challenges strict adherence to Iberic tradition. The Massalian priest explains that many of Arseka's gods have Hellenic counterparts who seem to wield more power. The Massalian priest argues that embracing the Hellenic pantheon could bring prosperity and divine favour to Arseka. As the evening progresses, an unexpected twist interrupts the discourse. Halfway through the dinner, slaves enter the chamber carrying a pair of gargantuan Iberian black boars. Strikingly, the boars are prepared in the manner reminiscent of a sacrifice to the Iberic gods, each culinary detail mirroring the rituals of old. The atmosphere becomes charged with an unspoken tension as we observe the reactions of the Massalian priest in the face of a clear challenge. Unperturbed, Antimarchos seizes the moment to turn the conversation towards the future. With a humble yet forceful request, the Massalian priest proposes the establishment of a shrine to Heracles in the heart of Arseka. Contends that such a gesture would greatly satisfy the merchants of Saguntum. However, granting his request would surely be taken by his followers as a tacit sign of approval for this apparent heresy. Well, we of course have tolerance enshrined in our thing. We can kill him now, or imprison him. But no, we'll pay for your shrine, my friend. We like Hellenists here, but we just have our own religion. We'll see where this goes, shall we? Well, here we go. Quayside development, my friends. We get some keys and ports in these areas. Let's see how much this would cost normally. Well, I don't know what it would cost because we don't have fortified camps, and I'm assuming that is what they think we're going to be building here. But a port is about 128 gold for us, so this isn't too bad. I think we just afford to do both. Well, I don't know exactly what that's done. In fact, I think it's done nothing. So, yeah, because I do believe we had 2 ports in Massalia because I built 2 to do one of these missions up here. Well, just as I was saying that, this popped up, guys. The newly constructed keys have proven to be a resounding success, facilitating smoother and more efficient trade. Reports indicate increased ship traffic and a boost in economic activity. During council meeting, as we receive this positive news, a light-hearted comment escapes his lips. Perhaps every port in Arseka needs a key. A moment of jest or a genuine proposal. The room falls silent until one bold advisor dares to ask, "Are you serious, Eskerbeles Edeskid Sophos?" Sophos. So close with the name, but so far away. And oh my god, we can get keys everywhere. Yes, local import routes +1 everywhere. That's going to cost us some money, but maybe the gods will gift us some money. And there goes our first glorious leader. Unfortunately, dead now. Wait, we don't need to give our own tribal chief free hands, do we? Like, what? Let's scheme for influence. Basically, now the missions are taking us to, like, building cities, guys. So I am just chilling, trying to get this aggressive expansion down, which is impossible while Rome is just constantly inviting us into tiny wars that make no difference. Like, okay, this is a bigger war, but we ain't going to help out, so yeah, our aggressive expansion is just going to stay at 30, I guess, for ages. But of course, because we're still a tribe, founding a city is ridiculously expensive. 250 gold and 62.5 influence. So we basically need 2 more techs, which are going to take a while to get, although our research efficiency is very good for a tribe. So yeah, it's going to take a little while to get there. So while we're doing that, guys, I am going to make a few decisions. We're going to found a colony in Soluvian. That should help us out converting these guys up here. I mean, I could integrate them, but honestly, I don't think we need to, seeing as they are tribesmen. And in these areas, we do have a few cities. So, yeah, once we get a bit bigger, we should be able to convert them a little bit quickly. And god damn it, Rome, another war, my friends. I know, I will join you. I guess I did do this. And also, it stops them attacking us because we do actually touch now. So, as long as they're going east, we're happy. And another reason why I'm not going to integrate the Soluvians, guys, is because this governor, he's got 15 finesse. So, when we put them on harsh treatment, it's plus 0.48 happiness provincial loyalty. That's genuinely insane. Funny thing is, we've only played like 40 years. It feels way longer. And of course, our leader is now Canaanite. That's very silly. But let's now study the Greek ways of war, allowing us to take those Greek traditions. Not that we're probably going to get to it today, but, you know, I like to do things properly, guys. And I really hope this ruler dies. He's got 67 corruption, guys, which is just killing our political influence. So please die, my friend, please. And come on, like our prayers have been answered, my friends. And this guy has 0 corruption, but he is 73. That's... Oh, man. Tribes, tribes, tribes. Surely we are good enough to become a kingdom now, please. Well, Rome wants to break their alliance with us because they plan on declaring war on us. So, please, Rome. Please don't do it, my friends, please. Finally, though, we can get petition of the minorities. So, now, hopefully I have enough to build these cities. Well, it's still 50 influence and 200 gold. It's still incredibly, incredibly expensive. Where else do we need a city? We need a city here as well. Let's go for it. I tell you what, though, we could potentially get around this breaking alliance problem by inviting Rome into a war. But no, they're planning our demise. Great. Please, just attack someone else, Rome, not us. I mean, they do have a few claims on us, as you can see. Oh, they declared war. That is the first time I've been happy for them to declare war. Hopefully this takes forever. But I'm not sure it's going to. And now Rome has insulted us. Great. Thanks for that, Rome. I mean, are we remotely ready to fight them? Absolutely not. Oh, God. And damn, because they've insulted us now, the Romans, we can't get them above 125 opinion. So there is a very big chance that they are going to dissolve the alliance and declare war on us. That does give us some time to prepare, unless they just break the truce. But yeah, I'm having a look at both Macedon and Carthage as helpers right now. I don't think Carthage would be that helpful. The only thing they could do is maybe walk through this way. Macedon, though, could walk directly into Rome, so it's not great, honestly, right now. And there goes liturgies as well. Nice bit of national tax. But now I think we need at least a couple of military traditions. Well, there we go. We can finally do Fortify Editor over here. Only gives us 25 military experience, but that's fine. Well, there we go. Rome did break the alliance. So how far away? 115 away from getting alliance with Carthage. Well, let's take Lemovicia, and then we'll see if we can take these guys as well. We will do. Awesome. And then I want to try and get Aravaci as well. I mean, Carthage, I think, is just too far away. I mean, 506 is when they're going to declare war. And the only thing that I can think to maybe try and get some more troops is if we integrate Soluvian, because that's the only large culture group left in our nation. I know we've already founded a colony there, so not great, but, you know, needs must, guys, needs must. Well, I've moved a ton of slaves into Sebalasi over here, allowing us to do this. And now we can centralize the coinage as well. Ars gets permanent local tax plus 50%. That's pretty amazing. Well, now we can do this breadbasket mission too. We can now do casting in copper, more tax for Arseka as well. That's pretty amazing. And that gave us 2 innovations. So let's get active drill and then let's get professional training. That should really help with our armies. Oh, and Rome is at war with Carthage. Preliminary strike, anyone? We don't have that many troops, and of course they're in tribal format, which is terrible, but yeah, I don't know. Let's have a think about it. And from this coin event, we are getting innovations. I think we've got 4 innovations from it so far, so we are getting more and more discipline. And let's go for this Greek polis tradition to get some more tribesmen. And now we can do Carthaginian kinship as well, so we want to acquire ownership of something, I guess. Well, we can pay to buy this province that we already had, or we can get 50 opinion of ourselves, so yeah. Man, we really needed a bone right now. We really needed that to like give us an alliance with Carthage or something, but no bones for us, only wood at ours. I think we might have broken these missions a little bit because, yeah, we need to become friends with ourselves to do that gymnasia mission. So I think we need to destroy gymnasia so that we can bypass these. Well, Carthage is actually winning this war against Rome, and now we have Soluvian as an integrated culture, guys. So we've got some pops. I mean, it's not many. I want to say not many, like, what is it, 20,000 or something? Oh, less than that. Is it silly to think that we can beat Rome? I think it is, but I think it's worth giving it a go. And damn, we don't even have a war goal against them, so I didn't even check that. I should have 100% checked that. Well, now we can get an alliance with Taurinia. Whether these guys actually decide to come into the war or not, though, is a completely different question. And damn, Rome is out of the war with Carthage, and they actually won. They took the tip of Iberia, which isn't scary at all. Ooh, they've declared war on the Skordiski. That is amazing. What we're going to do is probably wait a year for all these legions to make their way there, and then we're going for it, boys. Ooh, and we could get an alliance with Kyrenatia as well. Awesome. Kyrene in there. We've got too many diplomatic relations. Honestly, I don't care. We need all the help we can get. Right then, guys. This is it. This is the big one. This is to stop expansionist Rome. Rome was supposed to be our friend, and yet they betrayed us. So we've got one shot at this. We've literally only got one army. War goal to take Latium. We're going to bring in all the boys. Whew. This is a big one. And damn, Taurinia had to be in a war with this mess up here, didn't they, at the time we did this? What about Kyrenaica? Are you going to come and help out, or are you just going to stand there? Probably just stand there, unfortunately. And we've got a breach. I think it has to be done. Let's assault, boys. And that was damn painful, but now we can really put the hammer down. Why is their capital changed? That's so weird. Why would you change your capital, Rome? And there is the first of the big Roman armies. 24k marching into Taurinia's and our lands. Not great. The good thing is he hasn't got many forts, so we are able to just kind of walk around. We obviously are not going to let Syracuse siege that down. We will peace out before that becomes an issue. But could we take Latium now? We could. Getting greedy, guys. I'm getting greedy. And damn, they just took this provincial capital back as well. I don't think we can risk going any longer. What have we got? We've got 5 war score we could potentially take. So I guess we take that city and that's it. I mean, it's a victorious war, guys. And we do take Latium as well, which is a huge amount of population. I mean, how much? We've got 846. Let's see what we have after we take literally 2 provinces. And there we go. We have become a major power. How many pops do we have? 1165. So we pretty much, what, got 250, 300, 400 pops? Something like that. That's pretty insane. And do we want to sack Rome? I mean, we get a load of money, but it's honestly not that good. So instead, I think we'll be merciful just because we don't want this to rebel. Because think about the legion, the levies they'll have if they rebel. The one thing is that Saguntum now is a pretty darn big settlement. It's got 55 pops, so it's doing pretty nicely. Our main issue now is that we don't have open religion or gradual economic integration, so converting these guys is basically just, you know, a wing and a press, so yeah, we need to get that ASAP. Well, guys, it's getting pretty late for me, so I think I'm going to take a break on this one, but this has been pretty fun so far. I don't know how long this video will be. I've talked a lot, so I think it'll be very long, but I will see you tomorrow, or in your case, in a second. Well, guys, new day, different shirt, and I have been having a look through our missions, and honestly, we don't have that many to go until we become the Arseken League. I'm very much hoping that that makes us into a kingdom, but let's see. In terms of what's rest for the rest of our goals, I think, of course, finishing our missions off is the main goal in this, but we've defeated Rome, so I would quite like to be able to defeat Carthage as well. If we can defeat Rome and Carthage, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do. First things first, though, we are going to get ready for a couple more wars, so let's get our levies together. And yeah, of course, because we're still a tribe, we have the worst levies in the world. Look at this, just awful stuff. I can't wait to become a republic or a kingdom or whatever we become in the Arseken League. Right then, guys, we're going to be declaring war down here. Honestly, I don't think we need to bring in any of our allies. We pretty much just want this bit, and we should be good. Ooh, and we are getting a slave revolt in Rome, so we will have to go and deal with that pretty quickly. Well, there we go, another mission, Encomienda system over here, guys. So 5 territories will get those bonuses, nice. And we actually get quite a few slaves as well, cool. Well, the Romans actually dealt with the rebellion for us, that's kind of funny. Let's peace out with these little boys. Well, there we go, relatively easy victory, boys. That means we can now do Mastian Silver as well. So now we can do survey the silver mines, giving us some more population, brilliant, and amazing tax, resource production, assimilation speed, really good mission. Well, there we go. Basically, he wanted to make it into an autonomous place, but yeah, we're definitely not doing that. I think also it's time to get onto Gymnesia because basically I think we're locked out of these missions unless we destroy them. And that's it. That's all I want. Just to destroy them, guys. Well, there we go. We can now destroy Gymnesia. That's amazing. Let's go. Well, apparently this didn't bypass anything, guys. So, I don't really know what to do. I might have to reload the game with the console and force do that one. So, let's see. Let's see what happens after this war. It's just chaos over here. I'm not really interested in getting too involved. I just don't want my land being sieged down. So obviously, like, we can't do this mission at all. Like, our leader has to be friends with himself. So I'm going to use the console to do this mission, guys, because obviously it is glitched. Well, here you are, guys. Debug mode activated. And as you can see, both Ambons have the same ID as they should. So, yeah, it isn't possible to do that mission currently. So there we go. Is it possible to do this? The ruler of Parma must have been murdered by the pirates of Mago. Well, I assume not, because the ruler of Parma is us. So I am going to also do this one as well. I also feel like this Massalian merchants one should have been bypassed because there isn't any Massalian nation left in the world, but that's fine. So I'm going to save it, guys, and come back on off debug mode, and then I think we can carry on down here. Well, here we go, guys. Debug mode turned back off, and now we just need 50 influence, and then we'll be good to go. And then I think we can pretty much complete all of the rest of the missions. Well, here we go. A syncretic city. That's going to make Parma into a city. Bring loads of Hellenic Massalians into the city as well. Give it a court of law and loads of extra bonuses. This is very nice. Well, here we go. Palma is now reborn with all of those awesome bonuses. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got quite a few Massalians in there now. That is very nice indeed. I thought it was going to get a forum as well, or court of law, but apparently not. And now importing precious metals into our capital. So now we gain some claims again. Okay, like where are those claims? Okay, they are actually decent claims, to be fair. But we could have easily taken this land earlier on, but of course we didn't. We want the coast for all this glorious, juicy trade. Now we can do both of these missions. The Aegis of Ars takes 730 days to do, which gives it +3 fort level, fort defense, 2 city building slots. That's pretty darn good for 350 gold, I'm not going to lie. Well, there goes the Aegis of Ars. Very nice. And that just gave us a free 3 fort levels, guys. Pretty nice. Now let's go for the Ars Ascendant. And you could not have timed that better, because we need 65 stability for this mission, and we are literally a couple of days away from tipping underneath it. So let's go into an Arseken League. Awesome, guys. Very nice indeed. The newly formed Arseken Senate gathers for its inaugural sessions in the Grand Senate House. Many senators, unaccustomed to the proceedings, appear uncertain about their roles, glancing nervously at their peers. The air is thick with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation as they find their seats. Orisos Edeskid, presiding over the assembly, opens the session with the bold proclamation that in recent times Arseka has surged in power, its protection extending to new lands. The time has come for Arseka to cast off the last vestiges of its tribal roots and reform itself into a league like the Greeks so love to do. Arseka must perish for the Arseken League to live. Senators listen attentively, some nodding in agreement, while others exchange uncertain glances. Some senators express concerns about the evolving governance structure, wonder if this shift towards a Senate clearly under Orisos Edeskid's leadership is to step towards the establishment of a hereditary monarchy. One bold senator inquires about the questions on the minds of many of his peers, asking, well, Orisos Edeskid, what have we got? A republic or a monarchy? We become a plutocratic republic. Of course we do. Very nice indeed. Oh, and that is one spicy ass flag and quite a unique colour. You don't really see that colour all too often in Imperator Rome, or a colour similar to that at all. So yeah, I did like the pink, but I'm not against that colour, honestly. Very cool indeed. Right then, guys, after this long journey, let us finish our second Ascendance. And now, of course, we don't really have any other missions to do, but this should really skyrocket everything inside our economy. We've got 0 support in the Senate now, apparently. Probably because we've got no one in any jobs. Yeah, let me sort that out. Finally, we've got proper levies, boys. Nice. And it's funny, we don't even have like open religion or graduated economic integration at all, guys. So our tribal league was pretty darn good. And I mean, we did integrate 3 cultures, one of which isn't tribal, but Saluvians and Editanians, of course, very much are. Now, we could finish this off, guys, but honestly, I feel like we carry on a little bit. I'm having a good time as Arseka, and we definitely could finish this as the A to Z as finishing off the missions, but let's have a couple more goes at Rome maybe, and maybe Carthage as well. Well, guys, read from the future here in all my high definition glory, and those words that I just said were true. I was having a great time as Arseka in this campaign, but little did I know what was coming up. A series of events and challenges that almost broke me, that rocked me to my very, very core. So guys, buckle in, sit back, like and subscribe, and enjoy the salt, because it's gonna flow quite a lot. Well, boys, we've beaten Rome, so why not prove that we're the big boy in the Western Mediterranean? And let's go after Carthage, shall we? It'll be pretty funny if we can beat both Carthage and Rome pretty much entirely as a tiny little tribal nation for the most part. So yeah, let's go for this. We're going for Corsica, and obviously all of our laws are now replaced by normal laws, but I don't think we're going to have time to change any of those. And of course, this imbecile had to become disloyal just as we were sieging down this place, and we were up to like plus 35%. Great. Thank you, you absolute... Well, we have managed to take this southern tip over here. I'm not really bothered about actually jumping on Carthage. We want to be dominant in the northwestern part of the Mediterranean, guys. I don't think we're going to fare too well if we actually go and jump on Carthage itself. And of course, Carthage got a mercenary up here. Great. And damn, Rome is like falling apart right now. I feel like us taking Latium has caused them to absolutely fall apart. Oh, if we had a claim on these guys here. We need some influence. Please give me a vent for influence so I can declare war instantly on this bit. Well, there we go, guys. We can take everything we want from Carthage now. Awesome. And I know I said it before, but that is one hell of a cool flag. That is pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Well, guys, let us clean up the rest of Sardinia as well up here. We have a little bit of an independence war over there too. Honestly, I think I'm just going to get some mercs. We've got a load of money. I am saving it up for when we get an ability to use it properly, basically. So when we get open religion, well, at least we can take out one of the guys. But our morale, honestly, guys, is horrendous. Like, we go into these battles with so little morale. 3.5. Yeah, that is very low. Well, who would have thought that we thwarted Rome and, you know, beaten Carthage? And these wars would be the ones that we struggle on, man. Was not expecting that. God damn, we were defeated again by these fucking rabbles. Honestly, like, our troops are just horrendous. Right then, it's time for a job for actual mercenaries. Finally, we beat them with mercenaries. So, yeah, we might be okay from now on, we'll see. Oh, and finally, honestly, guys, that was the most brutal war that we've had to do all game, and we fought Rome and Carthage, so I don't know what's on with that, but these guys must have some crazy bonuses to their troops or something, but they were just crushing us. So, there we go. Very nice, though. Good little victory. And of course, now we're facing all the joys of being a republic. Honestly, being a tribe is easier. It's just worse. But yeah, so basically the Senate has asked for a few things changed. First of all, they wanted to integrate Bastetanian, which I just said no to. What's the point of that? That's such a stupid thing to ask, Senate. Why would you want to do that when we already have an Editanian sort of Iberian culture over here already integrated? No point in integrating those boys. And then when the new guy came in, because he wasn't that popular, it was either a choice of losing 15 stability or losing some more support in the Senate. So I chose support, obviously. We can't afford to lose 15 stability from here, but it's just joyful being a republic in this game, isn't it? God damn. Well, there's another little rebellion, guys, so we are going to deal with that ASAP. Well, we've now got open religion, guys, so I've built a few grand theatres around. And you may have noticed we've been moving our troops about a little bit, and, yeah. I was going to attack Rome, but it seems like they are going to attack us, so let's see what we can do here. This isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world. Okay, we just won a huge battle by basically just death stacking, so looks like we are going to lose Latium, though. And for some reason, they won't even just take Latium or anything else. Like, we can't just offer them, like, we can't even offer them all of that. That's a lot of land for them to take. And there we go. We've been completely stack wiped, guys. So, yeah, I don't know how we get out of this war, honestly. Like, even with all of that, that's what they would take. That's so much of our land. Oh, not good. Well, there is no way that this gets any better at all, guys. So, yeah, we're going to accept this right now. Like, all of our allies are stuck in big, huge wars. Like, Cyrenaica is fighting the Ptolemies right now, so there's no chance they come and help us. And these guys are fighting everyone up here, so that's going to be a long war as well. So yeah, we just need to get out of this right away. Well, there we go. At least we didn't lose this little independence war. And damn, Cyrenaica just absolutely took a huge bite out of the Ptolemies. And look at Rome. Oh my days. I didn't realize Rome were already in Egypt. Whew, they are rolling quite hard right now. I feel like we're just kind of like a little pimple in the side of them. Like, not much we can really do to beat them, is there? Well, at least Lemovicia is a pretty darn good ally, absolutely smashing their enemies. And wow, we literally just got cooed by the oligarchs. That's great. So now we're an oligarchic republic. Oh well. And another independence war, guys. Hopefully we can deal with this one just as quickly as the last. And geez, ever since we have become a republic, guys, everything has gone to shit. If that doesn't show you how annoying republics are in this game, I don't know what else can, because everyone is just disloyal all the time. No matter who's in charge, everyone else is disloyal. It's such a power imbalance. It's crazy. It is crazy. We're on 19 stability now because of stupid Republic events. Basically, because none of these guys like who's in charge, so then they're plotting against each other. They're all being disloyal. Oh, man. It's frustrating to the max. Honestly, you'd think going from a tribe, we'd be better situated to be a republic. But honestly, we should have just stayed a tribe. Things were going better then. There we go. At least we can put down this rebellion. Well, these guys just actually popped out of the Romans. So I can't believe I'm still playing. Why am I still playing? Why have I not just stopped already? I just like seeing things completed properly. Well, these guys have popped out of the Romans, but it looks like Rome will defend them. Whoa, whoa. Oh, it's the Roman revolt. Wow. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I think we've got to go for it, guys. I know it sounds stupid, but what I am going to do is get a load of mercs if we can. And let's just go for it. Let's have a gander, shall we, boys? We'll have a look.
My word, we'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look.
And of course, Carthage have decided to declare war on us straight away as well. I don't know what they want from this war. Geary. Oh, that's not actually us. They've declared war on Kyrene. Okay, that's at least something to smile about, I guess. Right, guys, we need to have a big old push here. Let's go. And of course, we constantly have to bribe the bastards in the Senate because, you know, fighting Rome right now, it's a great time to have a civil war, isn't it? Great time. Great time. Well done, Senate. Well, guys, I haven't really said much because it's been so intense, but we've literally just had 2 big rebellions just pop out of us. And yeah, you can see there's a lot of things that need sorting, but I've just been so focused on this war. It's been incredibly intense, I'm not going to lie. Can we take much? We could take a bit. We'll have a look, shall we? We'll have a look. We can't take 44. I thought the Roman revolt would actually distract them, but this has just been brutal, honestly. So, yeah, if the revolt's still going on in 5 years once the truce is up, guys, we'll have another look. And I need fucking help for doing this. Jeez, man. Why didn't I stop so long ago? I could have stopped when we finished the missions. Why did I decide to carry this on? This nation is fucked right now. It's basically turned into, you know, taking a disaster campaign and saving it. And of course, another election, which means that our Senate support goes down. Yes, they elect someone and then instantly hate him. Even worse than the last person. Well, at least we can get rid of this rebellion. And there we go. In the area where Soluvian is even, you know, integrated, but I don't blame people for being upset. Our stability is incredibly low. I just blame the Senate for making our stability so low because it's only because of them that the stability is so low. And it's only because they hate themselves that their support is so low as well. So I have no sympathy for the Senate in any way. Ooh, and Carmoya wants an alliance. Honestly, we just need as many allies as we can right now. We are so fragile. And of course, because of the coup, we have like 46 tyranny right now, which is just insane. Like, can we just like make ourselves into a kingdom, please? Things would just be so much better. Please, please, the pain. Well, Carthage declared war on our new ally, which is a bit of a shame. I'm still trying to get Macedon as an ally, but of course the Senate support is stopping us doing anything. Excuse me, Carthage, like, why are you here? Maybe focus on the war goal, bro, not the player. Carthage just landing troops left, right, and center. Man, it's like fucking D-Day over here. Oh, and there goes Carthage. That is quite a disgusting peace deal, and not great for us, honestly. And damn, now we need to accept military modernization, which is basically, you know, no levies. So we're going to lose our levy size modifier, but it does make the oligarchs a bit happy. So now we've got 17 Senate support. The thing is, even with their agendas, guys, so I have done this appointment here. That has helped the oligarchs, but the revocation here is to make Massalia not integrated. Do we really want to do that when there's a lot of citizens that are Massalian? I mean, to get out of this absolute slump, I guess we're going to have to. But look at that culture happiness now. That is really not good. But luckily our stability is back on the way up. That's another tick for them. And then the Democrats want us to get tyranny below 19.36. I mean, that's just never going to happen. That's going to take forever. And we have been so ravaged. Like, Contestia now only has 8k troops to take from it. That's insanely low. But we do have loads of money. And the reason why I have so much money, guys, is, of course, to get mercs. Well, Aravacia has now declared war on us. That's kind of interesting. I didn't really expect that. Well, guys, I'm back another day, and I've spent plenty of time looking around our terrible, terrible nation now. But I've spent equally as long looking in the mirror, because what am I doing? This nation is breaking me. Like, how can things have gone so badly, so quickly, literally just from changing into a republic? Maybe I should have been more careful, whatever, but this is just breaking me right now. And these imbecile senators, honestly, making us have military modernization as our law. We have no levies now. Look at it. That's all we have. We just have 2 stacks everywhere. So well done, Senate, for making us incredibly weak. I'm already breaking just from this, but yeah, let's get some mercenaries, because we are at war with Aravacia, I believe. Speaking of dumb decisions that the Senate wanted us to do, let's go back to these guys becoming citizens. Yep. And there we go. There's peace. So, yeah, we can get rid of all these mercenaries. But, yeah, I really didn't want Aravacia taking any land in this war. Honestly, I would like to make them into an ally. Now, Lemovicia seems pretty done. And man, Carthage would accept an alliance right now, but we can't take it because the Senate are unhappy. Of course they are. And I've basically been trying to just do all the agendas of these guys, but look at this. The oligarchs want bestowment, the Democrats want confiscation. Great. And these guys want conversion. They want 8 owned territories in this place to be dominant Iberic. I don't even know if there's a single Iberic person in there. Like, please give me something realistic, Senate. You're just setting yourselves up, or setting me up, for failure here. We're slowly getting up there. The Democrats are just perpetually upset, though, of course. But we are getting up there with the traditionalists and the oligarchs. So, yeah, we're just not going to be able to do this agenda. So, I guess we wait another 5 years. Ooh, and there goes gradual economic integration. That is actually pretty good. Pretty late to get it, but oh well. And oh my god, we can get an alliance with Carthage, boys. That's amazing. That should hopefully protect us against Rome, but I don't know. And oh my god, guys, we now have 52 support in the Senate. I thought it would never happen. Oh, I've just been doing all their objectives, just sitting here, doing their objectives and building buildings. And we do, however, have to get off this stupid military modernization law, which is just not good for our levies at all, boys. So, yeah, and I don't think we can afford a legion that's worth anything, really, against Rome. So, yeah, we need to get back to this ASAP. The Democrats want shortened terms, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be a good idea for our support in the Senate just now. So, yeah, we can lose 50 support from the Democrats, but they're already on 0, so literally makes no difference. Oh, after literally all our hard work, guys, we're just instantly catapulted back down to 31 support in the Senate because of a new ruler. That's great. Oh, I absolutely love that. I love that so much. And there we go. Alliance with Aravacia now as well, guys. So I think we've got a pretty strong coalition to fight Rome. And they are stuck in this Roman revolt war that's been going on for ages. And we can actually ally the Roman revolt. That's kind of funny. That is very funny indeed. But at the minute, we are fighting with one hand tied behind our back. So we really do need to get this citizen militia back if possible. But yeah, support in the Senate, guys. And there we go, temporary office. That should really help out with the constant backbiting of all the Senate to try and have a civil war. So, ooh, interesting opportunity here. We could declare war on Lemovicia. And basically all I would want from this is just this to clean up our borders. Maybe this as well. But, yeah, I think we go for it. Let's do it. Well, let's change this law across now. It is going to make people a little bit unhappy, but it actually makes the Democrats happy, which are the group with the most power currently. Right then, let's join this war. We'll bring Carthage and Aravacia into it just to keep those alliances nice and stable. And damn, this guy's got 18 martial. What an absolute chad. Well, there we go, guys. A nice, quick, easy war. I do wonder, though, now, with all of these Carthaginian troops here, whether it might be time to have another little go at Rome. And I think it might be. They've been in this war with the Roman revolt for an insanely long time, so surely they're not in a good way. I mean, they've got great stability, but surely they've got not that much troops left, and they've not fought any other wars for ages, so this must be a bit of chaos over here. Goddamn, Carthage decided to declare war just as we were about to. That's not good. I don't think we can do this on our own. Well, we are just above 30 support again, and honestly, I think we just go for this, guys. Hail Mary, my friends. Hail Mary. Oh, and by the way, Latium is just, like, independent. It's an independent nation that Rome hasn't declared war on for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, man. Rome just absolutely squashed us. That was not good. Turns out that they're still pretty strong militarily. 2 more mercenary companies coming, guys. We are doubling down on this war. And of course, we've got an independence war in the middle of this. That's fantastic. That's what I love to see. Well, that's them dealt with quickly. And oh my god, the Romans just defeated us with half the number of troops. Oh my god. How are you so bad, man? Oh. Literally, the Romans are beating us with a single stack. They've just got wandering around, doing nothing. And oh my god, we finally beat the bastards. Jesus. And oh my god, we're making progress, guys. This is insane. I'm going to sue for peace with these tiny little boys over here because their 500 stack is just going around and undoing all our good work. And oh my god, guys, after so long of just chucking ourselves around into the Romans, we can do this. I don't think I'm going to take anything on the Adriatic side. Let's just take everything that we can here. And there we go. Look at that. Let's go. Oh, and look at our beautiful colour on the map. And now we've instantly got a... we've got a... Oh my god, no. And we are going to retake Rome, guys, as well. I don't care about the tyranny anymore. Well, there goes Latium finally back in our hands. And god damn it, because we lost all of our money in an event, we now have to destroy a mercenary revolt. Oh my god. Like, this campaign is just honestly cursed, bro. Well, at least we can get this revolt out of the way. And for our final act, let us take the islands back. Did we have them? I can't even remember at this point, but we need to take them back anyway. Well, there goes the mercenary revolt. Rome is rightfully ours. Well, there we go. Longencia should be done now too. And oh my god, guys, it is done. It is done. The journey is over. Why did I carry on playing? That was so stupid. I can't say the journey was the best, most enjoyable journey I've ever been on, but it certainly was a journey, wasn't it? I mean, I really enjoyed the mission tree, and I loved, you know, forming our quite cool tribal nation over here, but just everything went to shit as soon as we became a republic, guys. So you know what that means? Never trust your representatives, my friends. Never trust them. Because they're heavily scheming for a civil war. But guys, this is where we end with 2,300 pops. And honestly, we didn't really convert many people to our culture. Only 500 Editanians, because we were so far behind on tech after we stopped being a tribe. We did convert a few to Iberic, but Druidic does dominate Iberia, unfortunately. So yeah, it's been an interesting one. I hope you have enjoyed the suffering. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you do like and subscribe. Yay! And I will see you all again on the next video.